Welcome in, Commanders fans. Day 3 of Washington Commanders training camp has wrapped up. We have a ton of practice updates. I mean, it's going to be a long one today. We're going to go over Dan Quinn's pre-practice press conference and some of the post-practice press conferences. Just a quick disclaimer, none of these clips in this video belong to me. I got them off of Twitter from a lot of beat reporters, so none of these clips belong to me. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. On the road to 2,000, I cannot do without you. Hit that notification bell as well if you want to become a channel member. Link is in the description. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. We'll start by talking about Dan Quinn's presser, and I promise I will make it quick because I know you guys don't want to, many of you don't want to hear about that. But the defense did dominate today. We will definitely get into that. So first thing Dan Quinn said was Michael Gallup's length and ability to extend is what he's known for. It was good to see him make some plays yesterday. That's what Dan Quinn said this morning. Dan Quinn also said there's no update on Terry McLaurin, but when there is, he will be happy to share it. Quinn said Josh Conerly had a more professional attitude that they noticed pre-draft. Also what they heard about him from Oregon. Ben Standing writes, training camp day 3 stupid early for my sleep habits. Practice, Dan Quinn says red zone is an emphasis today. So red zone was the emphasis today in practice. We'll talk about that more. Dan Quinn says to expect a lot of red zone work on day 3 and trying to create opportunities for unscripted plays today. Dan Quinn also said it's the violence of the cuts for JCM, Bill, that he can get his shoulder square and get downhill fast. So more praise for Jacory Krosky-Merritt. Quinn also said Will Harris and Jonathan Jones, both of those guys can really fly. So he really likes them. All right, see, quick. I was quick with it. I was quick with the Dan Quinn presser. Now let's get into practice. There is a lot we have to go over. The first thing that happened was, like I said, the defense dominated. We got the first interception of camp. Daniels was targeting Zach Ertz on the play. Quan Martin tipped the ball, and Mike Sammerstill finished the play by running to the end zone. Mike Sammerstill did a high step dance into the end zone as Quan Martin tipped the ball, and it was intercepted. Jayden Daniels' first interception of camp was to Mike Sammerstill. Great play by the defense. Quan Martin, again, I talk about it all the time. Breakout year incoming as he tipped the ball. He just continues to improve. Linnell Willingham writes, Von Miller just hit a nasty inside spin move on Andrew Wiley, who is at first team right tackle. Great to see Von Miller. Great to see Von Miller out there making plays, still teaching the youngins how to do it. We know Von Miller got a veteran rest day yesterday, so he should be rested up. Marcus Mariota time. His second pass, and Tyler Owens jumps a pass over the middle for the interception. So the second play of camp was Marcus Mariota throwing an interception to Tyler Owens over the middle. Tyler Owens continues to prove why he should be playing on the defensive side of the ball this year, not as a special teamer. So great to see Tyler Owens making plays off of Marcus Mariota. Next note was the defense came to play today, as I've said. They have a bunch of energy, and they are hyping each other up every single play. That's great to see. Get after them. I want to see the defense look better than the offense, to be quite frank, because we know what this offense is. It's a powerhouse with Jayden Daniels. We know Cliff Kingsbury going into year 2 is going to really coach this team up. So I want to see the defense do good and get energy, because that's really the biggest question mark of this team is the defensive side of the ball. Sammerstill has been all over the field, writes Zach Selby. Just blew up a pass behind the line of scrimmage to Osborne. He got a few daps from Wagner as he jogged off the field. His teammates are loving him. His teammates are enjoying his presence. Again, this is another play to get the defense more hype. Mike Sammerstill is the early standout of the defense for the Commanders so far today. Zach Selby also writes, really nice pass block rep by Tunsil against Dorrance Armstrong. Armstrong tried to spin out of the block, but Tunsil mirrored every move to perfection. Tunsil still got it, man. Good to see Laramie Tunsil making plays out there. I hope he continues to do so. Laramie Tunsil he's not going to let Dorrance Armstrong buy him. Linnell Willingham writes, an area where Jalen Lane has to improve, ? Play strength. Mikey just blew him up on a screen to KJ Osborne. So that was the play that I talked about earlier. Mikey just blew Jayden Lane up on a screen to KJ Osborne. Again, Jayden Daniels picked off, writes Linnell Willingham. Jayden Daniels picked off by Bobby Wagner in 7-on-7 on a pass over the middle intended for Ertz. So, both of Jayden Daniels' interceptions so far have been intended for Zach Ertz. That's something to keep an eye on. Jayden Daniels so far has thrown 2 interceptions, and what we have gone over, you might see some later too. That's all I'm going to say right now. But this one was Bobby Wagner picking the ball off. Linnell Willingham also writes, next play, a nice pass breakup from Jonathan Jones on Jayden Lane. Jonathan Jones is that depth piece that we really want to show out this year. He's a veteran. He should be doing good during camp because he's been there, 10 times? This is probably his 11th season. So I'm really excited to see what Jonathan Jones can do during this part of camp. He's a inside slot nickel corner. And he's going to be a good depth piece. He's also going to teach Mike Sainristil how to play. So good to see him get a nice pass breakup. We haven't heard much from him so far. Linnell Willingham also writes, catch of camp so far, KJ Osborne with a nice concentration on a sideline grab with Butler draped all over him. So this was good to hear because KJ Osborne, he hasn't been getting much action, right? He hasn't been getting much. We haven't heard anything from him, to be quite frank. Over these first 3 days, haven't heard a single person name drop KJ Osborne. Good to see KJ Osborne get a catch today. And Linnell Willingham writes, catch of camp. So it must have been a really good concentration catch for KJ Osborne. Linnell Willingham also writes, nice recognition from Ja'Cory Brooks, sitting down in the soft spot in the zone. Ja'Cory Brooks continuing to learn. So that's all that was. Zach Selby writes, nice play by newcomer Tay Martin. So we haven't heard Tay Martin much, but he just got signed right before training camp. This would be a guy that would be like kind of a Terry replacement for now. Once Terry McLaurin is brought back and extended and he's back in the building, Tay Martin will be out of this joint so fast. But Tay Martin did make a play. He got open near the sideline before turning it upfield. Josh Johnson was in at QB, so Tay Martin making plays. Skylar Nelson writes, for those who said Deebo Samuel is slow, he's making it his mission to make y'all regret it every single day. That's great to hear from Skylar Nelson. Deebo Samuel, I talked about it. The comeback is real. He's losing weight. He's proving people wrong every single day. Deebo Samuel is one guy that you need to watch. He's had a great camp so far. Remember that day one bomb from Jayden Daniels, the first play of camp. Deebo Samuel had a touchdown on day one. So Deebo Samuel, continue to watch him. He's making it his mission to make y'all regret it every single day, according to Skylar Nelson. Skylar Nelson's also a great follow on X, just by the way. She also writes, today is defense's day. She writes, cornerback Mike Sainristil, safety Tyler Owens, and linebacker Bobby Wagner all had picks in 11-on-11s. Safety Quan Martin brought speed and deflection in team drills. Great to hear the defense getting after it, as always. This is the part that we talked about. We don't know what the safety room has, but we know that they have Quan Martin, and he's probably going to be the free safety, so we'll see. We just hope that this defense holds up. We know the defense is going to show, or the offense is going to show out at some point, so the defense getting their day in is really important. Another defensive update by Linnell Willingham. Marshawn Lattimore continues to impress. Nice pass breakup on goal line. Marshawn Lattimore continues to impress. That's great to hear. The savvy vet, he's getting after it. You better watch him. Marshawn Lattimore is not going to slow down. He's not going to back down. He didn't have a great day one, but he's getting back at it. More on the defense. Linnell Willingham. Great coverage from Mikey on Deebo. Slot fade made Jayden Daniels perfect throw. He didn't incomplete. So Jayden Daniels threw an incomplete pass. It was intended for Deebo Samuel on a slot fade. Mike Sainristil broke it up on great coverage from Mike Sainristil. We've heard all day about Mike Sainristil. You have to realize that he is going to be a big part of this defense. He's moving back to the inside. Mike Sainristil being back at the inside is one of the things that is really, really helping him. He seems like he's having a great great camp so far. And that's what we expected because he was in the conversation for Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. He did great last year. Dan Quinn said he took that leap last year in the middle of the season. So we'll see what he ends up doing this year. Linnell Willingham writes, Chris Paul getting some bump with the first O-line. That's interesting. I'm happy for Chris Paul getting that bump on the first O-line. We'll see if he made his opportunity worth it. Linnell Willingham writes, Trey Amos with a pick off JD5 in end zone looked like miscommunication. So that's good news that it's miscommunication. It's good to hear that, Jayden Daniels didn't just make a bad play. It was miscommunication. Trey Amos ends up with the ball, and that's another guy we talked about. We talk about Trey Amos every single day. Trey Amos is a demon, right? He looks amazing. He's been doing great so far through training camp, through the whole offseason. We'll see what he's got this year. I expect him to be the starting outside corner alongside Marshawn Lattimore. I'm really excited for this defense right now. They are having just a domination today. Linnell Willingham also writes, Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Got a few more updates here. Linnell Willingham writes, cool thing to see in year 2, ? Dom Hampton and Jordan McGee making, calling at the line of scrimmage. So Dom Hampton and Jordan McGee were calling some plays at the line of scrimmage. 2 young guys that are hoping to play linebacker. 2 guys that have been jacked this offseason. I mean, if you look at them, they looked really jacked. They're making a leap this year. They are coming this year. Dom Hampton and Jordan McGee, they're making calls at the line of scrimmage today. And that's one of the reasons that the defense was dominating today. They're learning from Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu. I think it just really, really helps. Another guy that had a touchdown, Ben Sinnott. Touchdown on the goal line today. Nice blitz pickup from C-Rod. One of the things we talk about with C-Rod is he's a really good blocker, but back to Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott got the touchdown on the goal line. This is probably his 4th or 5th touchdown this offseason. He's been looking really good this offseason. People have talked about him a lot. I'm really intrigued to see what Ben Sinnott has this year. I think that he's in for a big 2025. I think that all the hate, he hears it. He's going to go out and prove why he was the 52nd pick in the 2024 NFL draft. Sorry about that. Ben Sinnott did have a touchdown on the goal line today. Linnell Willingham also writes, great catch on slant from McCaffrey with Amos draped all over him. Again, Luke McCaffrey. This is a guy going into his 2nd year. Amos was draped all over him, and Luke McCaffrey beat him and caught the ball. Luke McCaffrey and Ben Sinnott are impressing. I mean, I've talked about it a lot. These guys are truly impressing, and it's good to see because they didn't have the best of years last year. Like, it's not a secret. And then the last practice update, or no, not the last. The update we got from Skylar Nelson was quarterback Marcus Mariota makes a clutch pass to tight end Ben Sinnott in 11-on-11. It's good to see Marcus Mariota still making great plays. Skylar Nelson also writes, JD5 plus wide receiver Luke McCaffrey connection has been looking pretty good at camp so far. Definitely more to come. So it's good to hear that JD5 and Luke McCaffrey are getting installed together. I'm really, really excited for what this group has this year. Again, we talked about it. Luke McCaffrey's in for a big year, and Jayden Daniels is going to find him and give him the ball more. It's just, trust me, he will. So we have a final recap here. At Jayden Daniels MVP on X, he writes, Commanders defense today at practice. Daniels pass to Ertz, tipped by Quan Martin. INT by Sammerstill. Mariota pass intercepted by Owens. Daniels pass to Ertz intercepted by Wagner. Daniels pass intercepted by Amos. Miscommunication. Sammerstill pass breakup on Osborne behind line of scrimmage. Lattimore pass breakup on Chris Moore. Jonathan Jones pass breakup on Jalen Lane. It was a productive day for the defense. They really got after it this evening. We did have Daron Payne speak. I'm not sure if he said much. I know it was Daron Payne and somebody else speaking. Let me get this out to you guys. Zach Ertz and Daron Payne were scheduled to talk. I don't see that they've spoken yet, but I don't know. Scott Abraham writes, don't forget Michael Gallup is a Washington Commander. Michael Gallup must have had a pretty good day today. He was making some plays out there today. Also, we got a positive Noah Brown update. Noah Brown is out here running around. He looks really good. Scott Abraham put, he gave Commanders fans quite the scare going down with an injury during minicamp, but he's fine now, and Noah Brown looks explosive. Scott Abraham also put, there's just something about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I have a feeling the Commanders' rookie running back is going to be special. He jumps off the screen, explosive, runs violently, and fast feet. This is a guy that we've talked about again. You know, he's in for a big year. He's a 7th round running back, but he would not have been a 7th round running back if he was able to play last year. Sam Cosmi's also out there. Sam Cosmi looks good. Dan Quinn said it's on the table for him to play week 1. So we'll see if Sam Cosmi is able to go week 1. The odds are that he's not, because when you have that type of injury, you're not usually ready for week 1. But if you have your injury in January, this is just a tough injury for a guy to come back from, and a really tough injury for a guy with all those lower extremities to come back from. So we'll end up seeing what happens to Sam Cosmi, but I hope we can get him back for week 1, because that Giants D-line is scary, and I don't want to see us get beat by the Giants week 1. I still think they suck and we're going to blow them out, but we'll see. I'll be there week 1. That was day 3 of training camp for the Washington Commanders. An eventful day. The defense really did dominate. I might have a live stream out later for you guys. I don't know yet. I'll see my schedule. But that's going to do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Keep your eyes peeled for any videos or live streams. Hail to the Washington Commanders. As always, the defense got after it today. And I'll tell you one thing. Jayden Daniels did have 3 interceptions today, but get the mistakes out of the way now. Just get the mistakes out of the way now. You don't want Jayden Daniels to have 3 interceptions come week 1. So get the mistakes out now, and we'll be ready to rock and roll week 1. That's going to do it for me. Hail to the Washington Commanders. As always, you guys have a great one. Peace.